T-Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, that 380! So we got man.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. 31 yards there and a first down.
And that's definitely the way you get things started. That's the way it was drawn up in the locker room, in pregame, and everything. And they got it done right away, running the ball for a big game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Go Bandit.
Brady now to throw. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Sugar!
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Matt Judon there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Bring it!
Now Brady. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Brady. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. from the gun. It's Brady. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, here's White. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
On 1st down, White. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. Now a carry for White. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They go right back to White here on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard.
218, chop. Hey, Alabama. Regular.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check it, reload.
Check Mike 27. I don't even know why this team showed
Rip.
Shotgun now for Brady. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This will be taken short.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. An opening there on that first down run as he gets us forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. On the left side, a catch by Wayne. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd and a yard, Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
Switch.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Now the Ravens going to use one of their time. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Throwing is Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. Got a hand in there to break that one up.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now Edelman. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Brady now on 1st down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Brady. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before half for Brady. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Come on, set. Somebody in there. Check by 21. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Zoom, zoom.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
On 2nd down, Clement. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
15, check by 50. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. That's it.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone. I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Opting to run again here with White. And some room to work. And he's into the clear. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, 91 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Jackson looking for White on the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 60 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Patriots take over at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They begin with Michel on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Jones. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
We got 3.
They go play action now. Jackson, blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Now they set up the screen for Clement. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brady gives this to White. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They keep it on the ground. White again. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. From the gun, Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jamie Collins coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Trying to pick it up with Clement. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jackson on 1st down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Throwing now. Jackson on 1st down. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go with Ivory, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Dante Hightower on the stop. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Hey, alert 3.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now is Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Mike 41.
Let's go, baby. Need turnover. Let's get that ball. Hey, 4-1.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Get him, boy.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole lot of frequency over the last couple of decades or so that teams have come into New England and escaped